Hi guys, it's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is Thursday at 1 o'clock, which means it is time for a Facebook video. So give me a half a second to be sure that I am transmittelating stage left. And it looks like I see my finger's going to come in there in just a second. I feel pretty confident. There it is. I am out in the interwebs. Woohoo! Life is good. Okie dokie. Here we go. So here is our card for today. It is a Christmas card. You know how you can tell? Well, because it says Christmas greetings right there, right there. And it uses the very beautiful Decorated with Happiness. Now it occurs to me, I did this stamp set and bundle pretty recently for you, I think. Hey, Bree. Hi, Faith. But I can't help it very much because of that right there. That die is my favorite die in a really long time. Do y'all remember Ornamental Pine from like 1,000 years ago or 5 or 6 years ago? Either 1,000 or 5 or 6. Yeah, that was my favorite set ever. It was part of why I joined Stampin' Up. So I was really happy to see this because it's very reminiscent of that image. Hey, Lenny. Hi, Marva. Hello, Linda. Appreciate you guys coming. So here's our card, and it's Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Very Vanilla. And I've used some of the Evening Evergreen Glimmer 12 by 12 paper. And then this is Festive foils in Soft Succulent and Cherry Cobbler. And then on the inside, we have a sentiment with another of the pine boughs. And so let's go ahead and get started. All of these measurements will be on my blog Tumali, so you will not even have to write them down. But you know what? I feel a tickle coming on. I'm going to go right ahead and get a little sucked down of my drink right quick before I have a little issue. Okay, just a sec. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Daryl. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Vicky. Hello, Lisa. All right. So, to begin with, I've got some pieces and parts here for the card front. I've got some Cherry Cobbler Festive foils, and we're going to adhere that to a Evening Evergreen mat with a little bit of liquid glue. Obviously, you could use the adhesive of your choice. If you like seal, please feel free. You just want a non-dimensional adhesive here. Okay, so there's our card front. Now I have a smaller piece of Evening Evergreen, and I've taken and made 4 strips of the soft succulent version of Festive foils. Now, normally I wouldn't have such a large border at the top and bottom, but I was going with a sketch, and that's what it called for. So if you don't love that, go ahead and just make those strips a little bit longer, like another 1/8, and it would be just about right. And I'm going to spread them out. They have a little more spacing between them as well. Again, part of the challenge sketch. So I was trying to be good. All right, but we're still going to try to line the tops and the bottoms up with each other so that we can make things look right. So I'll just use a little liquid glue and kind of use my highly calibrated Mark 1 eyeball to get them as straight and as lined up as I possibly can. I like to use the liquid glue here why? Because it gives me a little wiggle room. And I kind of want to keep putting these back where they belong so that I can make sure I'm not getting out of wonkiness here or into wonkiness. I guess it would be out of wonkiness, but into wonky. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and put that last one on. Catherine, this is a great set. I'm starting to get my all my Christmas sets ordered. I tried to be good when I did my pre-order and then my first order out of the catalog and not quite buy like, every single thing in the book. But by the time we get to Christmas, I feel pretty confident I'll have all of everything. Trying to be good. Why am I trying to be good? I know I'm going to buy it. Why not just buy it, right? I mean, All right, so last one coming. Now, I kind of thought I did spend a few seconds, like not many more than just a few seconds thinking, I wonder if I should try to line up those designs across there. So putting them back in the order I cut them. And I decided to deliberately not. I wanted it to a little more abstract than that. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. And now that is all adhered, and I'm going to adhere this to the side. It's not going to line up. It's going to be edged over towards the side, like so. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'll tell you something. What blooms in August? This is what I don't know. Hang on a second. You know that allergy feeling you get when you feel like you have a cold coming on, but it never comes because you don't actually have a cold coming on? You have allergies. Yeah, that is my problem right now. All right, so I have a couple of die cuts of from the stitched rectangles. I've got this one. It's the third from the smallest. And I call these the fatter dies, or thicker or wider. So these that stack up here, which have kind of wide compared to their aspect, versus narrow. Okay, so these are the narrow ones. So I use the third from the smallest, fatter one, and then this one that sits by itself. This is for the sentiment. On the larger one, I'm going to take the detailed evergreen bow. Hi, Linda. Hello, Carol. Appreciate you coming. Oh, Catherine, I hear you. Okay. And I am going to just stamp this a couple of times right there. And then right there like that. And then I'm going to take some soft succulent, oh, ragweed. Yeah, maybe that would make sense. Ragweed, that probably is exactly what it is, because I absolutely am allergic to ragweed, that's for sure. Me and 7.7 billion other people on the planet, right? All right, now I have the fill image, if you will, for that pine bough, and I'm stamping it in soft succulent and going over the top. And it's like not an exact fit, which is fine. But if you're like me, you'll be like, oh no, it's not exact. Oh no, what'll I do? Just stamp it. It'll be fine. Okay. Now, I think it would be best if I were to close these so I don't do something goofy. Hey, Nyoka. All right. So that is going to go on here about like that. And then we're going to have our adhesive. No, Mary, that's a sentiment. And we're going to have our sentiment in Cherry Cobbler. And I actually cut two of them because I have very little confidence that I'll get it right, but I wanted to have one ready. All right, so we're just going to stamp it as straight as I can make it. You know, you would think with a photopolymer stamp that I would have no shot of messing that up, but, you know, there is always a chance that I will mess that up. All righty, here we go. Now, we're going to stack. I pre-cut one of these pine boughs, and it's just going to go kind of like right about there. And then this greeting is going to go right over the top with a gold bow. Okay? Just like that. So I have a piece of elegant trim, gold. Fortunately, I just ordered more of this because I'm on the last legs of the gold, elegant, simply elegant trim. I'm just going to tie a simple bow, maybe. Or perhaps my fingers will be like, a bow? What is a bow? What is this bow of which you speak? I do not know about these bows of which you speak. I cannot make you a bow. A bow I cannot make. That one's going to be all twisty and be a pill. Perversity of an inanimate object. It is alive and well. Alrighty. Thanks, Nyoka. Thanks, Carol. I'm just cutting that. And I'm going to go ahead and use a little liquid glue. Yep, that's correct. I did not use the adhesive sheets. I told you, I just don't think about it. I'm so used to doing stuff with liquid glue that I just don't think about it. But if you want to use it, you can. I will tell you, you're going to have to work a little bit to get all of the chads out, the little pieces and the centers of the die cuts, okay? You absolutely will. Because between the complexity of the die and the thickness of the glimmer added to the thickness of the adhesive, it's going to make you work for it. Not going to lie. I don't want to blow smoke up your skirt, so I'm going to tell you the truth. You are going to work for that. Might be quicker to just put a little liquid glue on there. Just saying. Okay, so I've got a glue dot, and I'm going to just put it like right there-ish. May have to move things around. And then I will stick this... Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Stick this on there like that. You know what I probably ought to do? Just came to me. I probably ought to actually adhere this to the card front. Let's do that. And I'm going to do that with liquid glue. And let's see, we're going to put him right about there. Just about there, like a shoe. Like a shoe. And then I'm going to take some dimensionales, and I am going to place them on the card front versus on the back of the sentiment, because that just makes it easier when you're trying to go over a bow, right? You guys have heard me say that, and it is still true. That has not changed. It is still true. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on the card front like this. We'll put a few like that. Stick this back over the top just to be sure that I'm still hidden. And I'm good. I'm good with that. And I think we'll stick one right there. Okay. Take off the little toppies. I don't believe I need a double because that is a pretty flat bow. If I had like a double loop linen thread or something like that, linen bow, I would definitely be wanting to put double stacks. Hey, Amy. Hi, Peggy. Move that. Hello, Lorraine. Appreciate you joining. I just sent you an email. You were correct. I'm glad you were paying attention. That was for Lorraine. Okay, so I'm just going to set it over the top here like so. And then I'm gonna, I feel a gap there. There's like a gap. It's a little bit squishy there. So I'm going to go ahead and put another dimensional under. Just take it off, take off its little lid, and take your tweezers and slide it right under the edge there like that. All right, let me grab my festive pearls because I did not grab them earlier. Just a minute. Just a minute. Do not fret and do not go. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Spanky. Okay, they're here somewhere. Oh, there they are. I did get them out. Don't you hate it when you think you've screwed up, but you screwed up by thinking you were screwing up? Just saying. Yeah. All right, so I've got my festive pearls. Now, these are cherry cobbler. I believe that's soft succulent, silver, and gold. And I am using the gold ones because I've got gold here like this. And you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to try to stick him down there. Can I do it? No, I can't. It's just going to have to be out like that. Don't do like I did. Make your little tail go down where it belongs, okay? I could actually lift it up, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. Step away from the card, Mary. It's fine. If you hadn't said anything, nobody would know. And I'm just going to put one on the sentiment and one or two out here in the field of the card. Like so. Aren't those so pretty? See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not enough. That was an even number. Nope. All right, let's see. Let's go with right there. All right, and there is our card front, and it is going to go on a soft, succulent card base here in just a half a second. But first, and before I get to that, I'm going to stamp the innards. Y'all, have you guys been keeping track of the date? You know it is the 18th. We've only got until the 31st for you to get in on the celebration items. Don't forget we have more things on the list. So you're going to be able to pick things like the timber embossing folder, the seashells, the gingham brushed metallic cardstock, things that you can really, really use all through the season. So if you don't have those things, go ahead and get your orders in so that you can get free stuff. That all ends on the 31st. Okay, I've got wishing you a season decorated with happiness and wonder, and I'm going to just stamp that as best I can, straight as I can do, right there in the middle. This is very vanilla, so I went with very vanilla on this card. And we'll set that aside. Thank you, Peggy. Let me see. Oh, here's my little doohickey guy. Doohickey guy. That's what I like to call him. Just when it's just us, I call him the doohickey guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink him in the evening evergreen, and then I'm going to stamp him off once. And I'm going to clean off his little stem right there like that. And then I'm going to put a little more back on because that was a little further off than I wanted. Okay. And I'm going to stamp them off once. And then I'm going to stamp right over the top of the sentiment, like so. Boom. Interestingly, it looks a lot like soft succulent, doesn't it? Weird. Okay, you know what? While I have that out, let me go ahead and stamp the front of my envelope. My envelope flapper. My envelope. My envelope. All right, we're going to ink this up. I'm going to come in from this corner. And that's in straight up Evening Evergreen. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. And then I'm going to get my soft succulent back out and ink the fill image. I don't know that fill is the right word. Let's call it image number 2, because it's not really filling anything, is it? All right, guys, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to have to get another drink. Very sorry, very sorry. The problem with that tickle is once I get started coughing, I can't stop. It's terrible. It takes me forever, so I try to avoid that. All right, so then we'll just put this on its Evening Evergreen. Okay, how many of you really, Evening Evergreen, is it your favorite green like ever? It is my favorite green ever. Give me a thumbs up if that is your if it is your favorite green ever. I love it. I hope it stays around a long time, a long time. I'm seeing a few thumbs up. If it isn't, what in the world is your favorite green? Now, I'm also pretty fond of the whole soft succulent Evening Evergreen cherry cobbler combo. That is really, really working for me. All right, and here we go into the soft succulent card base. Pretty. Ooh, closing glue. Love Evening Evergreen. Yes, 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 and yes. I knew you guys were people's after my own heart. All right, needless to say, and no kidding, no doubt, hello, we're going to be using some dimensionals here. I feel like if I don't use almost a whole little strip of my half dimensionals on every card, I've sort of failed. Which is why clean and simple single layer cards, those are not for me. No. No dimensionals, no want to make them. But then I see people who make them, like Amy's really, really good at those kinds of clean and simple cards, and I think, man, I wish I'd made that card. And then I just start making it, and the next thing I know, it's got 27 layers on it. I don't know. Okay, so there we go, like a so. And then I'm going to put a little more of the Cherry Cobbler Festive Foils on my envelope flapper. I was watching pizza recipes right before we came on, and so that must be why I'm talking in Italian, sorta. I found a good one. I'm going to make it when Amy comes. It's got roasted pickled pineapple, pickled jalapenos, and crispy air-fried sardines. Give me a thumbs up, Amy. I know that's going to be, you know, on your list of really yummy, yummy, yummy pizzas. She's going to say, we're going to be wanting to stop at Burger King on the way to the house. No, not really. There will never be a sardine on a pizza that I make. There will never be a sardine on a pizza I eat. I am a little more open to the pineapple than I was before I saw this one recipe, though. He roasted it with a little bit of salt and olive oil, and so it kind of dried it out, and it made it sweet and salty. And then he put it on with some pickled jalapenos and pepperoni. It looked pretty darn tasty. I'm not going to kid you. Alrighty. Yes. Oh, also, I think we're going to have a nice stand of Brussels sprouts by the time you get here, dear. So I'll be able to put some of those in a roasting pan. I know you're going to want that. All right. So there we go. As they say in some industry somewhere, we are done, ske. And here's a beautiful Christmas card. I truly, truly hope that you will consider Decorated with Happiness for your Christmas cards this year. Between the Christmas greetings and wishing you a season decorated with happiness and wonder, it's a very, very nice, kind of secular, not really, not over the top Christian, but not happy holidays. So whatever works for you, but it's got the best die ever right there. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I will see you on, what day is this? Thursday. I will see you on Saturday. Please note, before you leave, I will not be doing a Facebook video or a Zoom the Craft Room next Thursday, because Amy and I will be on our way or in New Orleans by then. And I will also not be doing a YouTube live video on Saturday night because I'll be in New Orleans. All of that said, Amy and I have been known to go live kind of spur of the moment on YouTube when we're on trips like that. So, be sure that you've subscribed and you've got the notifications going so you'll know when we go live. And that goes for Amy's site as well. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. See you on Saturday. Ta.